Hello, 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 everyone. It is Saturday, and we are here for Flow Yoga Mob. Hey, thank you for tuning in, everyone. As usual, we start seated, and I'm sitting with my right foot on top of my left. I got a little blanket to sit on, and I hope that you are comfortable too. What is happening? It is Saturday, the first Saturday in May. We have arrived, and you hear the news is getting a little bit better. So based on that, we can all take some deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. And start thinking just a little bit in the future. Now, there are a phenomenal amount of charity events going on. And I think Tuesday this week is, I don't know the name of all the events, but I believe Tuesday this week, we're supposed to focus on donating foods and funds to people in the United States who might be struggling to get enough food on their table. So there's that. And I do want to support Gary Vee and his All-In Challenge. So if you haven't heard about the All-In Challenge, check it out. Make a bid or at least promote it. So there are many things that we can be at the least promoting during our time. We're still in quarantine. Some states are opening up, so we still press our palms together in prayer for the entire situation to resolve in the most optimal way. Yeah, that's what we really want. We want to learn and grow from this experience. With that in mind, let's take a forward bow saying Namaste. Yeah. All right, as usual, I've got my right foot on top. Yours might be in the front. Let's do a little twisting, just a little. So we twist to the right, inhale and exhale. And to the left, inhale and exhale. Now you go in your own time and in your own pace and in your own way. You feel it. And you're feeling excited for the workout, or maybe you're feeling a little like, my body's starting to get a little cranky. Yeah. And we always go with an awareness to take care of ourselves. Let's keep going, right foot on top, keep going, twisting. You know, with that goes, I hope that everyone is getting in regular practice and regular exercise. My students know that I used to talk a lot about how we are with kids, before COVID-19. And I hope if you're a parent, you're finding a way to give your kids their regular lessons, yeah? Because the body and the mind can't go very long without revisiting its topic, which for us is yoga, if it's exercise, and if it's reading, writing, and arithmetic. Let's do one more to the right. You got to do these things regularly, right? One more to the left. Inhale and exhale. Fantastic. Okay, let's unfold and extend your left leg out at a diagonal. I'm doing this way because one of my students, Cheryl Louie, asked, well, can I work on opening the knee with one leg out straight? So some of us have difficulty sitting with both legs folded. So yeah, it's kind of cool just to focus on one leg folded. To do this, bring your right elbow down and floss your left arm. Flossing. I call this motion with the left arm flossing. And you keep flossing, and remember, you can go any way you like and do circles. You can wave a flag, whatever is there for you. Your right elbow is definitely down. And the left arm is moving boldly. 5, 4, right? You can go quicker or faster, but make sure it's a full motion. 3, do try to find a fuller motion. 2, yep, and 1. All right, come on up. We go from the beginning. That means now the left foot is in the front or on the top, and we are twisting. Okay, so I'm going to twist to the left first. You're going in your own time and in your own way, twisting the ribs, a little bit oiling up the knees and the hip sockets. All right, with our online classes, because that's what we're doing now, and we might be doing this for a while, with our online classes goes safety. All right, you hydrated, yes. You checked in with yourself. You don't have any medical conditions or anything that's going to get in the way of your exercise. And most important, I'm just sort of presenting things to you, right? So it's for you to kind of look at what I'm doing and go, oh, hell no, I'm not doing that. Or maybe you look at it and you say, today's the day I want to try that. All right? I always try to encourage people to use every tool that's out there for you to learn about yoga. You're not just following me, right? I hope you're not just following me. Let's keep going with our twisting. One of my favorite resources is Yoga Journal magazine. Just Google it, and their articles will come up. They'll explain every pose, every posture. Take one more to the left, twisting. Broaden your chest, open your throat, and one more to the right. Big inhale, big exhale. It's all about the oxygen and center. So Yoga Journal magazine, anything that I do today, well, you can find it. Take the left foot in, the right leg out. Some folks would call this Janu Sirsasana position. Another person might call it Ardha Baddha Konasana, half of the butterfly. It's a mobility position, right? Where I've got you is in a position to encourage mobility. So you definitely have to get your left elbow down and then start flossing your right arm. Open your throat. If you feel like your back is rounded, try to open it, yes? You try to look skyward and lean the head back, right? Breathe, 4, and 3. Rolling through the ribs of the shoulder, 2. Roll it around, and one more, 1. Excellent. Let's come on up. I'm going to come off of my blanket. You might want to stay on. Right? Sitting on a blanket, if you're very tight, is a good idea. It gives you a little bit of a gravity forward fold so you're not leaning back, yeah? Let's stretch to the right. Inhale, exhale. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I'm going to come up center, arms out wide, bow the head. Exhale. Now we're going to go right to left, so if you want to go in your own time and your own way, you can stay in the side stretch longer. Right? I'm just going a little bit quicker because I'm actually not trying to get the fullest stretch. I want to encourage movement and mobility and not force the range. And I use repetition as a form of exploration and adaptation. So first few times you do something, the body needs to explore where it is. And then as you keep repeating, the body starts to adapt to what it is that you're really trying to do. Yep, so ideally you go into the side, wider arms in the forward. My forehead is not coming down. Who cares? Don't even want that. And let's take a few more. Forward, there's your exhale. Inhale up. And right exhale. Inhale up. One more center exhale. Inhale up. And last time left exhale. Inhale up. Right elbow down and hold. Left arm, take this over. 4, stretching. 3, if you want to make a bigger stretch out of it, you can. 2, but I'm going to look at the clock and it's like, okay, we're not even 10 minutes into this. And 1, come on up. Inhale, exhale. Some folks out in the world can access a greater degree of mobility right from the beginning. They don't need any kind of warm-up. Breathe deeply. 2, make sure your left elbow is down. And 1. Now, I'm not one of those people. I need a lot of repetition and a lot of warming up. And hey, that's good because I get a 2-for-1 sale. I get some cardio and muscular conditioning out of the stretches. Isn't that wonderful, okay? Let's turn to the right side of the room. You're on all 4s. Okay, let's go ahead and put the top of your head down. Pull your belly button to the spine a little bit. Tuck the tailbone. Reach back for your ankles. Breathe. 5. 4, I get a lot of questions about what is the top of your head, you know? 3, you want to do inversions and you're not sure what's the top of your head. 2, this is the way you find out. It's the most comfortable position really for your neck. And 1, you're going to downward facing dog from here. Inhale, exhale, push this back. Push this back. See, chin towards the chest just a little bit. Wonderful. Oh, walk your feet a few inches forward. Set your feet out wider than the mat. Sit back in a goddess squat. Hands in prayer, bottoms down, chest up. Breathe. 5, 4. 3. See, you got to get the ankles, knees, and hip sockets. 2, and that's going to address all sorts of things in the sacrum. And 1. Great. And hands down. Step your feet back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going right back down to where we were. So top of the head down. But there's more to do. You've got to pull the belly up and tuck the tailbone. Reach back for your feet or your ankles. 5, 4. Pull your belly up. 3. Pull the belly up. Focus, focus. 2. Right. Reach the tailbone down. So try to tilt the pelvis. And 1. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Nice. See, downward dog feels good. Set your feet wider than your mat. Sit back in the goddess squat. Okay, while goddess squatting, what else can I tell you? I just downloaded 2 classes onto YouTube this morning. Maybe you saw that already. You won't get a notification if you don't subscribe. So thank you very much for subscribing. It's going, but I'm only at 238, so I need quite a few more subscribers to get to 1,000. That's my goal. And if you can donate to me by subscribing to YouTube, you know you're done for the day. You don't have to do anything else for me today, right? So if you can do that, we try to do that. Downward facing dog, inhale, exhale. Yep. Ooh, nice. So good, so good. 2 more times, we're going to put the head down. Right? I'm going to move on and add some pieces, but you don't have to. So you've got your head down. Maybe your hands are back, or maybe you've straightened the legs. Everyone, breathe. 5. 4. I want you to notice how my elbows are squeezed in here too. I'm not lifting my feet. I'm just trying to check things out regard to my head and my neck. And 1. Downward facing dog is coming next. Inhale and exhale. Now, I feel like the inversions make my downward dog better, right? Because you're already upside down. So the more time you spend sort of upside down, downward dog, there's less resistance to supporting yourself in this direction. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take another goddess squat. Coming on down, coming on down. This time, though, take your right arm back behind, and take your left arm, twist up towards me. You want to add the binding? You can add the binding. 5, 4. Right, 3. So you're somewhat twisting towards me for the binding. 2, trying to get your left shoulder back. Open your throat. Look skyward. A little smile on the face is always a good idea. And 1. We got 1 more round of all of this. So I'm going to walk it out. Go to downward dog to inhale, exhale. See, that feels good. And then we go to the knees, and then we put the top of the head down. If you have some other variation, just remember the simplest one is just hands down, no big deal. Don't worry about doing more, right? Pay attention to less. Breathe. 5. Yep. 4. 3. 2. See, I'm not even going to take my feet up because who cares about that? And a 1. Downward facing dog is next. Breathe. Yeah. Inhale and exhale. Oh, that was a good breath. That was a good breath. Going to your goddess pose, set the feet wide, sit it down. Now this time you're going to be twisting away from me. So it's going to be your left arm on the inside and your right arm twist up. So you've twisted away from me, that's okay. We're going to breathe. 5. If you're going for the binding, you find it. 4. It causes you to twist to your right. Right, to your right. 3. 2. Don't worry about the binding. Who cares? You know, if your fingers don't come together, who cares about that, right? And 1. Don't put so much consideration on things if they're hard for you, right? Downward facing dog. Press back. Excellent. All right, bend your knees. We're going to arch the back, drop the chin in the chest. Exhale. Push up from there, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. I want to do it again 2 more times. So I'm going to bend. Look, I'm going to adjust my knees. I'm going to adjust the distance. If I can get my knees closer and still get my chest down, that's the one I want. Inhale, exhale, push up, and downward facing dog. So it makes a much tighter downward dog. One more time. Bend the knees, arch the back, drop the chin and the chest. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Push up and downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Wonderful. Bend the knees. Step your right foot forward. Half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana. 5, 4. So working a little bit quickly to get you stretched out here. 3. I want to have a lot of extra time for poses. 2. So we're going to work through standard stuff quickly. And 1. Padikasana, the gate. Leave the left leg straight. Lift up arms in a letter T. Go to the left first. Go away first. Stretch. Oh, stretch your lateral muscles and ribs. Oh, my. And 1. It's like a child's pose. So you bow the head down. Then your left hand goes to the right foot. So now we add a twist here. Arm up and over your back. It's nice. It's always nice if your right fingers can get into the left thigh, so you're twisting and looking up. 3, twisting and looking up. Listen carefully. 2 and 1. Great. Put your right hand on your right ankle. Keep looking to the right. Lift up a bit and twist Padikasana to the right. So we've actually twisted up. Twist it up and stretch to the right. 3. Try to push your hips forward. 2 and 1. Prasarita Padottanasana. Take your time. Step over. Both hands to the right side, stretch. 5, 4, 3. Get your fingers around the ankle. Get your left elbow down. 2. Yep. And 1. To the center, turn to the left. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Wonderful. Bend your knees. Step your left foot forward. Ardha Hanumanasana. Forward leg is straight. Hamstring stretching. Well, that's what we're trying to get. 5, 4. Don't ask a lot out of it. You don't have to press a lot out of it. 3. Blocks are good. 2. I like that. And a 1. Padikasana. Up, see the left leg is straight, lean to the right. Trying to get your right hand all the way down to the ground without pushing your buttocks back. See, check it. You gotta send the hips forward. 5, 4. Breathe. 3. Open your throat, look skyward. 2 and 1. Come forward. It's almost like you're gonna do a child's pose. Spread your arms out, bow your head. All right, and then lift up just enough to get your right hand over to your left ankle. Then twist your left arm up and over your back. Twist. 5, 4. Twist. 3, 2, and 1. Super. Your left hand stays on your left ankle. Look, you're going to swag the body over to the left a bit. And then kind of elevate and then rotate up. 5, 4. 3. You've got to stretch this line. Don't let that arm collapse. 2, you've got to reach. Don't worry about this arm. And 1. Prasarita Padottanasana. Nice wide feet, medium wide. Both hands to the left ankle, stretch down. 5, 4. Stretch down, draw down. 3, 2, and 1. To the right side, lunge. Downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Stepping forward and through to crescent warriors 6 times. Right leg, step. I'm not even going to lift. Crescent warrior. Don't make a big deal out of it. Inhale. And then back to downward facing dog. Exhale. Put a move on it. Left foot step. I'm not going to lift. Look how I'm not lifting. Crescent warrior. Inhale. And exhale. Downward dog. We got 4 more. Right foot step. 4. Crescent warrior. Inhale. Yep. Downward dog. Exhale. Left foot step. Inhale. Crescent warrior. Mhm. Exhale, downward dog. We got 2 more. Right foot step. Inhale, crescent warrior. Downward dog, exhale. Work with me, left foot step. Arms up, inhale. And downward dog. And the child's pose goes there. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Come on up. This little mat, I remember buying this mat. I bought this mat. Cheryl and I went down to Palo Alto for the Ashtanga Vinyasa conference down there, and I forgot my mat. And so late that night, it was crazy. It was like about 9 p.m. Now, if you ever go on one of these, retreat or convention, the morning class is morning, like 6:30 a.m. is early. So it's 9 o'clock at night. And thank you very much, Cheryl, had gotten a hotel room for us so we could get there. And we had our salad. We were like, then what are we going to eat? We want to eat something very light. And so we had to find a Target or a Walmart. And I'm like, oh my God, I need a yoga mat. And so that's what this mat is. I remember it very well. Let's go to downward facing dog. Oh yeah, you practice yoga. You have so many adventures. So many stories to tell, yeah? Now the leg lift. So I'm going to step in closer so I'm flat-footed. Put your left foot in the center. Your right leg's going to lift up 3 times. 1. Then draw it to the nose. Exhale. Lift up 2. Draw it to the nose. Exhale. Lift up 3. Yep. Draw it to the nose. Exhale. And now your left leg. 3 times. Up 1. Exhale to the nose. 2. Exhale to the nose. And 3. Exhale to the nose. And then downward facing dog. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now come into a side plank facing me. Inhale. Downward dog, exhale. We're going to do 5 more. Side plank, face away from me. 3. Breathe and stretch. 2. And 1. Downward dog. Inhale, exhale. Side plank facing me. Of course, you can modify. Drop a knee. We're still just warming up. Oh. And downward dog, exhale. 3 more. Plank pose. Face away from me. Inhale. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Open your throat and ribs. And downward dog. 1 more side plank. Face me. Inhale. What? Exhale, downward dog. And una más, por favor. Here we are, side plank. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Wonderful. Child's pose. Inhale, exhale. All right. Nice. Doing quite a bit of little downward facing dog. Like, let's do everything possible from downward facing dog. What else is possible? Oh, no, Cecily. Dolphin pose and tricep presses. Yes. Okay, I actually love this work, but it's very hard. I have deep compassion. If you don't like push-ups and you don't like arm work, you will not like this. Let's do 6. Look forward, drop your elbows. 1, push back, chin to chest. Look forward, drop your elbows. 2, push up and back, chin to chest. And look forward, 3, drop, push, exhale, chin to chest. And look forward, 4, drop, push up, back, chin to chest. And we got 2 more, bend, drop, up, and back. And 1 more, look forward, drop, up, yeah, and back. Child's pose, ooh, ooh. Let's all chant. Here's the song for today. Do you want to hear today's song? I think I heard this on a commercial and I was like, oh, I love that song. And Terrell, if you're out there, just turn the sound off because he's already rolling his eyes. So, but listen, I love this song. You remember this song. When will I touch you? When will our eyes meet? When will this long burning end? And when will I see you again? Remember that song? I was like, oh wow, that's the song. That's it. When will I see you again? Young folks, y'all don't remember that song, okay? Is it Barry Manilow? Somebody out there text me. Am I right? Was it Barry Manilow? Who was that? Who sang that song? Downward Facing Dog. All right, you know what? You all deserve some rock star. Some rock star. So we got to start with your left leg. So your left leg is going to go up, flip the dog or rock star. It's really kind of a side plank unless you roll it and you're facing more upside down. Yeah. And downward facing dog. Let's do 3 more. Now this next one you're going to go away from me, right? Your left leg goes up and flip the dog or rock star, some folks would call it. You have a bit of a goal to try to look up at the ceiling and think that you're just flat and straight. Up, downward facing dog. 2 more times, rock star. Yeah, today is all of the things we can do from downward facing dog. Rock star is one of them. People love this position. Yeah. Starts to take you to a back bend, downward dog. We got 1 more. You're going away from me. Your left leg is going to lift. I'm sorry, your right leg. Your right leg is going to lift. Rock star. Flip the dog. 3-legged dog. And downward dog. Inhale, exhale, child's pose. Whoop, whoop. Let's all chant. So that's what I do, yes. You're wondering, I wonder if Cecily thinks about songs when she's taking class. Yes. So whenever I would take class and I would start to get a little overwhelmed, I'd start to think about songs. Broadway musicals, opera arias, like you gotta have some go-to. Some folks are just praying. They're just like, oh God, let's just pray. So you gotta have some kind of system in there. Downward facing dog. What else can we do? What else can we do from downward dog? No. Let's work on small jumps. Small jumps for Pinchamayurasana. Of course, if you have Pinchamayurasana, you just go all the way. 6 jumps each leg. Start with your right leg. Is 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. And I like the jumps. If you have the pose, that's cool, but I like the jumps because you're going to get 2 for 1 cardio. I try not to drop my knees. I try to place the elbows without that. Step in a little closer. Your left leg goes up, and you're 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. And downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. All right, triceps burning. Shoulders burning. Cecily, are we done? Okay, let's be done with that. Bend your knees, grab a block. We're going to stretch the hamstring again. Everybody's different, so you might be getting an opening. I'm going to give it an 8 count this time. 8, 7. Look at where I'm putting the block, the blanket. 6, 5. So I'm going to try not to use a block. I want something softer. 4. 3. Nice. 2. Big old open stretch. Working on splits, always working on them. And 1. Find your way to downward facing dog. Push up, slide back. We're going to stay this way and change sides. So step your left foot forward, set yourself up. Big hamstring stretch. Left foot forward, 8. Blocks are good. Why not? 7. 6. 5. When can I touch you? 4. When can our eyes meet? When will this long burning end? When will it end? And when can I hold you again? And then you have the key change. When will our eyes meet? When can I touch you? When will this long burning end? I know. All right, downward facing dog. Cecily, we're here for yoga. Stop that. Okay. Let's move. Let's put a little bit of a move on it. Right leg lift, step forward, lunge, qigong circle up and over, chaturanga vinyasa. We do 4 of these. Plank chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhaling. Downward dog, exhaling. Left leg lift, inhale. Step forward, lunge, exhale. Qigong circle up, over, exhale, plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhaling. And downward dog, exhale. Again, right leg lift, step forward, lunge, qigong circle up, over, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, inhale. We're going to stay facing this way, downward facing dog, exhale. Wonderful. I step a little bit forward and I walk my hands back, forward, fold, right on. Draw down, Padangustasana, Padahastasana. Hold on to the back of the legs, draw down. 3, open it up. 2, and 1. Take the breath, look halfway up. Then stand all the way up, inhaling. Hands on your hips. All right. Let's work it out. Let's do a little warrior 3 and dancer's pose and chin balance. Let's work it up. Let's build it up though. It's going to be your right knee. We're all going to work the right side. So I'll work right side, right knee up. Inhale. That's easy. Give it a stretch though. Give it a stretch. Right leg, same right leg, stretch it out. The hands can be under the thigh, under the calf, or on the foot. You can bow down for your stretch or lift up for your stretch, whatever you feel opens you. 4, 3, 2, bend the knee back in, steady, hey, steady, easy, easy, easy. Virabhadrasana 3, I'm just going to place my hands on my hips so I can focus on structure of the hips. 5, structure of the hips. 4, 3, listen carefully. 2, hands to the floor on 1, standing splits. For standing splits, you know, the right leg is lifted, put your right hand forward, your left hand grabs your left calf and your left ankle. You are trying to send your right leg up. 5, which is a pelvic tilt. 4, so you're squeezing down over your left hip flexor. 3, and if you fall, that's actually a good sign. Some of you know I talk about that all the time. That's actually a very good sign. And 1. Good, that foot steps down and in. Forward fold, hold on to the calves and the ankles. Enjoy your stretch. Well, you probably have to work with someone to really understand what a flat back is, and to really understand that ultimately at some point, of course, the back starts to round again. But when exactly are you as a student allowed to start rounding again? Okay, take the half breath up. Yeah, stand all the way up, inhaling. Hands on your hips, wonderful. On the left side. Don't lose it. Concentrate. Left knee up, give it a hug in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, on 1 we're going to extend the leg. You don't have to hold on to the foot. You can hold on to your ankle. 5, 4. You can take the Bikram style Janusirsasana, folding over. 3, or the Ashtanga or the lifted extended versions. 2. Yep. And 1. Bend it in. Easy. Easy. Hands on the hips. Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. 5, steady. 4, understand the structure of your hips. 3, 2, take the breath on 1, the hands go down. You're working standing splits. 5, which means your left hand goes forward. 4, your right hand goes back to the ankle. Lift up, 3. Lift up, left leg higher, higher. 2, higher, higher, higher. And 1, feet down and together. Walk your feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. That feels good. Hamstrings are opening. It's nice not to do the shoulder work anymore. Bend your knees. I'm going to scooch back so you can see everything. Take your right leg back nice and straight. Drop your chin in your chest. Your right leg is up very, very high. 5. 4. 3. Yep. 2 and 1. Drop it down. Upward dog, cobra. No big deal. We're going to have plenty of back bending. Yep. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. And let's take a little child's pose here so we can catch our breath. Now, I talked about this the other day, about progression. And as students, I mean, I know why we do it, but when I was a student, Lord, I tried not to do it. I tried not to let my thoughts, or where I thought the teacher was going, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I learned yoga at a time where a teacher could tell that you were getting ahead of them. And if you're getting ahead of the teacher, you're also getting ahead of yourself. And this is not a good place to be. So in a strange way, it's very good and very elegant and honorable to let the teacher teach you, to listen, wait and listen, and then relate with yourself how you're going to do it. So I always teach in progression, and you can see already where I'm progressing you. We're on all fours. So the left leg now is going to extend. Yep. And then we're going to drop the chin in the chest. Look at where the elbows are. They're up. I'm not trying to be on my arms. I'm trying to be on my chin in the chest. 4, 3. So the elbows and the arms work a lot like chaturanga. 2 and 1. Flatten down. You don't need upward dog. You don't need it. Because we're going to be doing dancer pose and chin balance. And that's what I mean about progression. You can add it in if you want to. All right? But you don't have to. Step forward a little bit, 2 inches or so. Walk your hands back, forward fold. Yep. Standing all the way up, inhaling. And hands on your hips. Not to Rajasana. We're going to do it twice, and the second time we do it, we're going to do it with the forward fold and the foot grab. Your right hand goes back, your right foot goes back. The dancer's pose, Nata Rajasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, easy, 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 easy. Bring it in. Now, hey, 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 easy, 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 and 1. Arms overhead, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Step, jump, walk, chaturanga. Good. Upward facing dog if you like, or cobra. Downward facing dog. Must be intelligent. Walk your feet a little bit forward, teeny bit. Stand all the way up, inhaling. Hands on your hips, working on your dancer's pose. I'm going to count 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, easy, easy, coming back, easy, and 1. Arms overhead, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Step or jump, chaturanga vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And take a child's pose. Warming it up, ramping it up. Let's lift up. Step your right foot forward. Hands in prayer. Your left hand is going to go back to your left foot. I'm giving it an 8 count. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Splits and half splits, splits and half splits. 8, 7, 6, 5. You can do a half split. 4, 3. Add to it what you like, where you feel your body sending. 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Take your time. Inhale, exhale. And bend your knees. Great. Step your left foot forward. Take the breath, come up and breathe. Get 8 counts. Get your right hand back where your right foot is. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Easy, easy, easy. Downward dog and child's pose. Inhale, exhale. Child's pose. Inhale, exhale. Working on your left foot splits. Step your left foot forward, splits and half splits. 8. Give it time. 7, 6. Got a lot of time. You can lift it upright or take the forward fold. 5, 4. Lots of time. Figure things out. 3. Figure it out. 2. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. They're coming to get me. And downward facing dog. Now, you know, this studio is next to a fire department. You all might notice, like, there's always seems to be a siren at some point each class. Yeah, we're next to a fire department. So they're always rolling out these days, seems like. So good, so good, so good. I'm going to step a little bit forward. Walk my hands back. Enjoy the forward fold. No big deal here. See, I'm just letting my body open up. I don't have to pull or engage as much as the class goes along because the hamstrings are naturally opening. All right, here's your halfway up. And here's your standing all the way up. Inhale, and hands on your hips. The chin balance. We want it, we want it, we want it. All right. So, dancer's pose. Right? Holding on to the right foot. Going to the forward fold while holding on to the foot with a foot grab. Releasing a foot grab and diving down into the chin balance and then chaturanga vinyasa. So you see I'm backing up so I have room for all of that. That means you're probably not going to be able to see my right leg in dancer's pose, but I wanted to call it out. 8 ball in the quarter pocket. Right foot back. Dancer's pose, not Tarajasana. 5, 4. So these are all going to develop over 5 counts. 3. So you got 5 counts here, right? 2. Now, the left hand needs to find the floor. 5. Got lots of time. 4. 3. 2. Easy. Let go of the right leg and 1. Put both hands down. Walking out to your chin balance. 5. 4. 3. 2. Easy down into chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. And the child's pose, because we got to breathe. Got to release the back. Wonderful. right, downward facing dog. I'm gonna do the other side to finish. I bring my feet together, it's a forward fold. Some folks need to stand hips width apart. How do you know? Gotta work with a qualified teacher. I look halfway up. Stand all the way up, inhaling, and hands on your hips. What's a qualified teacher? I know. Got to find that out. Got to figure that out. Okay? So, what is it? Natarajasana, dancer's pose. Forward fold over dancer's pose with foot grab. That becomes the chin balance, which becomes Chaturanga Vinyasa. Everything gets 5 counts or 5 breaths to evolve. Left foot back, Natarajasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, easy now. Right hand to the floor. 5. Take your time. 4, 3, 2. That's going to release to the chin balance. 5. Now I always turn and look towards you. 4, just in case I need to talk. Right to 3, so you can turn your head or have your chin down. 2. That becomes Chaturanga, upward dog. Inhale. And downward facing dog. Exhale. So much fun. And the child's pose. Child's pose, why it goes here? Mostly to release the back. So I always give it a little bit of a rounded child's pose. You know, not the collapsed one. I want to give a little bit of a rounded one. Super, let's come on up. Face each other. Go ahead and take your legs out wide in Upavishta. And get into a whole nother territory of work. How are you feeling? That was really fun. So what we kind of just focused on arms in the beginning. Get all that arm stuff out of the way. We didn't do arm balances per se, but those are definitely all of the things that will strengthen your arms. Now let's get in some more good stretches. I want to maybe coach you into, let's coach into an arm balance. Let's coach into 8 limbs. So the first thing I want you to do with getting into 8 limbs is take both legs diagonally over to the right. Now twist your body to the left and take 2 kind of little miniature push-ups. 1, see the face goes down and up. And see how the elbows are bending? 2. And up. We're just going to change sides. So your legs go into a bit of a diagonal. Why am I doing this? Typically, especially for the ladies, it's very hard to understand sometimes that the elbows have to bend. So that's what's going to happen in 8 limbs. Your elbows bend. 1, and your face goes down, up, and 2, and up. All right, go back to Upavishta Konasana, the stretch. And maybe you're a little bit wider than you were at the beginning of class. Elbows go down. Always remember, the idea of this pose is that your chin goes down, not your forehead. 5. So you've got to get a lot of forward extending torso. 4 and 3. The elbows get to bend. 2. And come on up on 1. Okay, great. Now I want to try this. Get into this pose the way Jason Crandall gets there, but I will say this. I like this process. It just doesn't work for me. I always feel a little clunky, but that's okay. What you're going to do is take your right leg over your right shoulder. We're just going to do this. Watch what we're going to do. Right leg goes over your right shoulder, and just bring the right foot down to the ground pretty much in front of you. Point your fingers towards me and take 2 little bow down, like a push-up. 1, up. See the way you rolled? You have to roll. See, look how I'm rolling towards you. 2, I'm rolling toward you, and up. Change sides. When you're working in arm balances, this is the way I'd like my students to think about it. You're either working from above and you've figured out how to let your body down, or you've let your body down and you've figured out how to push it up. Two bows. Look, look. You're rolling towards me. One. And up. And you notice your right arm is working more. Two. And up. So I'm going to say that rule again. And when you're taking classes, when you're following videos, you tell me, write me a letter. Is it true? You're either starting from above and you've figured out how to let your body down smoothly with control, or you're starting with your body down and you've learned how to push yourself up. Both are hard. Eventually, both are necessary. Now you're going to cross the right foot in front. Get your shoulder, get it on top of your shoulder. Look at it, I'm going to roll onto my sides. Yep. And now get my elbows up and bend the knees in, cross your ankles. I'm not doing this right. Wait, I think I got it going wrong. Hold on, pause, press pause, wait. Let's set this all up again. So, right leg. So I'm going to face the other way. You got to face left. You got to face left. But the other thing that we did do was correct. That's a correct preparation. Don't lose it. Oh, COVID-19, you're driving me crazy. Okay, don't lose it. So the other thing that we did was correct. So now we're moving on to in the process. This is your right leg. Your right leg still goes on to your right shoulder. See, you still lean and roll over, right? And you're going to hook your ankles. Now watch what happens. See, your feet are facing left. Watch what happens next. It swings back around, and now your legs are facing right. And bring your body down. Who cares? You got to understand the structure of the legs and the way the top leg is on your top shoulder. So not really good if you got a shoulder injury. This one's not going to be great. Always remember, all of the arm balances look so soft and buttery. They are not. They are not soft and buttery. All of the arm balances take quite a bit of grit, strength in the upper body. It's nothing to do with softness. They look soft. See, I got my ankles crossed, feet are facing to the right. Watch the swivel, the pivot, and then come on, lay down. Lay all the way down. Bring your body down. Let your elbows bend. 5, 4. Let everything bend. Squeeze. Look at the top knee squeezing down on the top shoulder. 2. You can see that. And 1. All right, we stay this way. Final pose. 8 limbs. Your right leg on top. Right leg. Ankles cross. Shift and pivot and drop. Push up. 5, 4. Push up. 3. Push up. 2. Push up. 1. Drop. Changing sides. So what's the right way to get into the pose? So many different ways. Here, yes, ankles, cool. Your feet are going to go towards the rear shoulder. Pivot, drop. Push up. 5, push up. 4, up. 3, it's your ability to push up. 2, yes, and 1. Drop safely back down. Ooh, woozy doozy. All right, face your feet to the right. Roll on back on your back. Maybe get a small sip of water. Get yourself set up for your restorative practice. If that's something that you're going to give yourself when this class is over, it's nice. Have your things there. Get your things out. Some of you have other work to do. You have other poses to do. You know what they are. Some of you, you're nicely warmed up now for eagle pose. Nicely warmed up for inversion practice, handstand practice, back bending. So maybe you take 10 extra minutes after this class and develop a minimum of 10 minutes of personal work. Anything that I didn't do that you feel like you've got to do, you must do. That's on you, okay? Right leg hamstring stretch. Lift up the head, chest, and shoulders. 5, 4, contract the abdominals. 3, 2, soft bend in. The right knee's going to bend across over the left thigh. Reclining pigeon, draw the legs in. 5, 4. You can extend the top leg if you like. 3, or you can lift your head and shoulders. You can contract upward. 2, and 1. Right foot down, left leg gets the hamstring stretch. I'm going to open both legs. 5, 4, 3, 2. When will our eyes meet? When can I hold you? When will this long burning end? When will I see you? Again, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Draw in. So some folks call it a figure 4, reclining pigeon. Yes. You can lift up or extend the top leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What would be nice here? Supta Baddha Konasana, sure. And again, that's where it's nice and handy to have your blankets and things ready. You've got sandbags, you can put your sandbags on top. Today is Saturday. I'll be back on Monday at 7 a.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, 7 a.m. Awakening the Force practice. Thank you, Cassandra Elizabeth. I agree, the morning class is my favorite. I like this one too. I just like getting up in the morning and exercising in the morning. Tuesday and Thursday nights, Flow Yoga Mob at 5 p.m. These are all Pacific Standard Time. You all stay there, stay resting there. I'm going to set up. And of course, on Saturdays at 12 noon. Now, on a final note, I have a subscribers newsletter to let you know what's happening with all the classes. I am coming out with a online sort of fee-based, it's not Zoom. I don't do Zoom. I'm doing Google Hangouts. So it's going to be on my website called Advanced Yoga Hangout. And you'll be able to buy 2 of those classes, and when you buy them, you choose your dates, and then I send you a link on those dates. So it works a lot like Zoom, but I am all about having smaller groups, and I want to know everybody in my group, and I want to be able to look at a screen and, mostly know your face and know who you are and what you're all about. And those Advanced Yoga Hangout classes are going to allow me to use music, and it's going to allow us to talk a little bit and wave at each other, and I really do like the element of that. Those are going to be on Mondays and Wednesdays right now, just for the month of May, at 5 p.m. So you will only be able to buy into those, and you have to go to my website to pick it up. Some of you know it's really hard for me to do my website and do all of this kind of stuff, so I'm a day behind schedule. I should have sent everything out yesterday. I'm going to have everything done today. You will be able to buy Monday evening's class by this afternoon or tomorrow. Not looking for a lot of people. I know it's got to build up. Then on another final note, that type of programming I'm going to grow and build out depending on what happens with COVID. So I am confident that Equinox will come back, not tomorrow. No. Maybe not June, but I don't want to put a whole lot of stuff out there for you all and then have other work come back. So with that said, let's end this class. Cecily's Yoga Retreats is the website. Yogi Cecily on YouTube. Subscribe to both and you'll have all the information. With palms pressed together, the light in me sees and recognizes the light in you. It's time to go. For that we say, Namaste.